this one in replay. I'm hoping that things start panning out with my PS5. I've been doing network testing on the output of it, and it's subpar to the PS4 for some reason. They've done something to it to limit it, I guess because it was overburdening their systems. When that happens, I can go ahead and start streaming at 1080p and you know, straight off the PlayStation. This PlayStation that I'm using is a PS4 standard. It doesn't do any better than 720, but with the downgrade on the network adapter that they've got on that machine and the PS5 right now, I can't stream and play at the same time, so I don't mess with it until they get that straightened out. But this was an interesting one. This is the second race. The first race I started in first. Oh crap! I started in first, and I got about 2/3 of the way through the course and spun myself out and ended up in 6th. So on this lap, on this race, I decided I got first again. Same pole time. I did a 136.136, I believe. It was 186 or something like that. We're gonna pause this for a minute because everything's a little bit loud right now. So. Doesn't have any way to access it without going back out. Okay, so we'll back out because I got to get up to the GT menu to turn the sounds down. Okay, so I am. Everything should be turned down here, it looks like. Let's see what happens if I turn broadcast mode on. Okay, let's try playing this now. That's still pretty loud, ain't it? Crap. Why they gotta make things all hard? Sound effects, we'll go ahead and turn that down. Other background, turn that down. We'll just turn this down. Turn all this down for now. I'll go back and reset it back later on. That's not actually helping anything, so I'll turn that back on so don't forget about it. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that's much better. Except for you can't hear anything now. Cut all that stuff back up a little bit. Replay sound effects 1. Turn this up a little bit. Ah, come on. Okay, let's see how that works. You can hear his noise now. We'll just do it back here. It's not quite as loud back here. It's still pretty loud. See what happens when it takes off. This guy behind me is while I'm showing this, so. I'll go ahead and shift back to him. Now that explains a lot right there. You see he's got his assists on. Now I'll turn assists on later on. I turned on traction control about halfway through the race because the tire's just going to go dead. But that explains why he was able to stay with me in the dirty air. But even then, he's spinning his rear ends out. He's tearing his tires up. But he kept doing this here. Okay, so I'm taking the line. Look at what he does. There's no way you can make that corner like that. And he does that throughout the whole race until he wrecks. What he's trying to do is he's trying to get inside me so he can push me out wide, because he knows that if he can get inside me and use me as his buffer, which he actually tries once, then he can stay on the track and I'll end up going off the track. I mean, he ran a 1:36.4 in qualification, so you know he knows how to run the track. There he goes again. This time now he'll go to here shortly, because I walked up and left him a couple of times with him trying to do that. He'll go to shortly here running the correct line, but then he tries it again right before he spins out, and what happened was he touched my car, and my car did a little tail wag because he touched it. It slapped his front end and it knocked him all wacky jaw, and I had to go and then straighten my car up when my car swung into him. So I just took off and left him at that point. And then on the next lap, he tries to come around and on the hairpin and messes up and puts it in the wall. And I'm betting that he did it again, because he went down to like 4th, and then later on he dropped back all the way to 9th. Rear tire wears about the same, but his fronts are wore out quite a bit more. See, I'm barely even touching mine. He's already got, you can see red on both of them. And the reason his rears aren't wearing that bad is because it's got that steering control assist on. back through here. Yeah, no. He's using traction control. That kind of sucked, but let's go back and look at that real quick. Go back here about. Okay. He's not using any form of assist. Okay, so he got a bump from behind from Nook, and well, I'll tell you right now, Nook is not. I've already had run-ins with him in the last 2 weeks, and both times I ran into him, he tried to take me out. So, but Nook got a bump, or somebody bumped the guy behind this guy. I think it was Nook, and then that guy ran into this guy and spun him, and it slowed the other guy up, and Nook went by. This guy's got pretty much everything on. Hit that corner a little bit hard. He's gonna go. I think he actually makes it past me in a straightaway, and then I undercut him here, and I think that pisses him off. I was like, okay, all right, break. And I gave him plenty of room. I didn't even touch his car, and I just held on to it, and then he. I don't understand that part. I mean, if he had not whacked me, he could have gone on by. But he accelerated him. He's seeing it. So here he goes again. Tires are roughly the same, mostly because I've been pushing on him a little bit. And again, his traction assist, his steering assist is helping him to save his tires a little bit, but not much. I mean, you can hear him squealing. No, yeah, his fronts are starting to wear out too. So he was trying to come in there and bump me again. So he keeps trying to go over to the inside. I mean, obviously, if you're running a 136, you got to know that's not the line. And so now I'm doing defensive stuff because he's pissed me off because this is like the third lap in a row that he's trying to undercut me on several corners, trying to occupy the position from behind that blocks my line. And I'm sorry, you don't have the right to do that. You're behind me. You can't just dive into the position of my. It's a racing line, and hold it knowing that you can't hold that angle that you took through there. That's dangerous driving. And that's exactly, so yeah, here in another lap or so he's going to go off. He's going to spin it. I think it's after this section here because the car started doing some weird stuff on the rear end that I went in and clicked on TCS. And see, it's coasting now. It's just skating outwards because the tires wore out enough. No, we got one more lap, because I remember on one lap I just stayed over there on the right hand side, and I think that was the lap that he spun out. I just stayed over on the right hand side and didn't move over, and I held the corner, because he did this right here. See, knowing you can't take that shallow of a line and make that corner without hitting somebody. I mean, you have to know it. You can't be an A driver and not know that. See, there he goes again. This is the one where he actually hits me. See? And that pissed me off. So I went on and tapped him. And then I dove in and just braked on the thing and made him slow down behind me. And then I hugged her, stayed on the inside. I just stayed as close as I could to the apex on every single corner. You're not diving down inside me again. He's obviously under control, as you can tell by the way he's moving. He's going to try, he thinks he's going to juke me here, so I just stomp on the brakes, hold the apex, park it. I think he was trying to go for a bump there. You notice how he braked really late? But I come off my brakes when I seen him coming up really quick, so I didn't want him hitting my rear. So on the next lap, he's going to. At this point, I turned my TCS on because the back end's starting to get a little bit fishy. I don't want to be trying to battle this guy and get a little bit aggressive and end up spinning myself, which that's sure what he thought he was trying to do. His tires are definitely a little bit more worn than mine, especially that left rear. I actually used that one to my advantage. I got a little bit of dirt on the right hand tire there in the rear, and the car slid, but it put me straight up on that next corner, so I was able to just floor it and go. And it resulted in this here where I actually broke a little bit lead. I think at this point I was almost a second ahead of him. I'm starting to take it easy on the tires because I know that they're wore out because I had to slip TCS on. And he's not, which is going to result in... Oh no, not this one. Maybe on the next one. See, he's still trying to pull that inside bullshit. He's shooting his tires up doing it too. Lexus isn't very good on tires, is it? You gotta put in more on that thing. I guess that's why the NSX became the car of this race. Because of Brentwood tire wear. There it goes. Boom. And at that point, he's got damage too. And he's just trying to ride the wall to get out of it rather than hit in reverse. See if he gets a penalty too. So he's in fourth. Comprex is kept catching him. He's got dirty tires, so Comprex is probably going to be all over him in a minute. The only thing that's going to keep him is the dirty air. Because he's still got damage. Luckily for this guy, they've turned the penalty system down, because before they did that, spinning out and hitting that wall where he hit it was a 1.5 second penalty. So user's catching back up, which is good. He got sort of shafted. See what happens to this guy, because I know at the end he ended up in 9th. He's using his tires up almost as bad as that Lexus is. Oh, he spun out again. Now he's spinning the other way, but his right tire's getting wore out too. Remember that's why I flicked TCS on, but that auto correction stuff doesn't save your tires. In fact, from the looks of it, it's actually tearing them up. We had somebody that went in the pit and just stayed there. Snow. He was one of the GTR drivers, so yeah, I can see why he probably figured out this car just doesn't have it. Into the danger zone for this guy. Spins it again. Yep, I knew he spun it again. Either that or he pissed somebody off. Oh, that was a bad one too. He's got damage to his tire, damage to his front end. And he was out in the dirt quite a bit. Traveler's right behind him. Traveler's gonna go on by, I bet. Yep. Nope. Traveler probably didn't see what happened to him, so he doesn't know. But he's got damage and he's got dirty tires. But he'll take him on the straightaway here. Oh yeah, definitely take him on the straightaway. Dipping your tires off into that grass is that just kills your power. Oh, dirty little. Oh, this guy's on mediums, that's why. That's what I was saying. Still, I mean, he's on mediums that are way less wore out, so he's probably got a lot more grip. Let's see what he does to screw himself out of 8th again. Something happened back here. Hold on a minute. Let's go back here for a minute. Oh, that's how you lost the 8th right there. But something happened back here. Okay, here. Something happened here. Schwab was like 4 seconds behind me, and all of a sudden I look back and he's at 12. What the hell? Must have been lagging or something. Yeah, he was lagging or something. How did that happen though? Because that set him back. Something must have happened in that lag. I bet he spun it right here, and it was in the lag. So it's not showing it, because when it goes back here, watch what it does. It does all that jerking around left, right stuff. Anyway, that's where I ended up at. I was at 12 seconds, at 13 seconds. Actually, I think it was 15 seconds ahead of second place at the end of the race. So for me, it was kind of boring once Rad crashed. He was on the verge of getting on my bad side there. See a bad driver come out. I got a message yesterday. Somebody printed me because in the first manufacturer race yesterday, we had a really close finish, and he did everything right. He was telegraphing his his blocks, so that I knew that he wasn't going to be, you know, he didn't wait till the last second and dive in front of me to try to block off. So I knew where I needed to be at, and he was forcing me into where he wanted me to be at, which was, you know, that's acceptable. What this guy's doing is, this Rad guy, he's not taking the lines intentionally to try to bump into people and get up underneath them and push them out, and that's bad. You know, it's bad driving. Don't do it. But first place, got pole position, and I took the fastest lap, so it was a good race. I didn't see how many points I got though. We'll have to find that out later. But anyhow, it's all quiet now. The Hoover has shut down because I'm not playing the race anymore, and the loud ass cars aren't playing. So, but hopefully they get this PlayStation 5 thing straightened out. It's kind of ridiculous that the throughput on the network board is not as good as the PlayStation 4. I've always thought it was sort of strange that when you look at people that are playing on PlayStation 5s online, they've always got 3 bars or less of service, and uh, that was one of the first things I wanted to check because that's what I did when I was working. I was in network administration, network technician, that sort of stuff, all the way up into stuff like database management and stuff like that. I ran 2 internet service providers, so that's all we did was deal with network traffic. And so I have a bit of equipment here to actually hook up to the thing and see what kind of throughput it's getting. On the same line that my PlayStation 4 is getting 4 and 5 green bars, it's getting 3. And every once in a while it dips into 2. So everybody's saying that's a bug, but from the test I'm seeing is that no, it's actually not putting out as much data. It could be just that they're handling it differently, or they've not updated the firmware properly or something. I don't know, but they need to get it fixed. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you later.